In the annals of the Foundation, we catalog the impossible, entities that defy physics, creatures that rewrite biology, and phenomena that challenge the very structure of reality itself. We have documented gods that demand worship, monsters that erase entire populations, and anomalies that exist outside the flow of time. But even among these horrors, there are cases that disturb us in a different way, cases that are not destructive, not hostile, not even aware of their own significance. SCP-007 is one of those cases. To the casual observer, Subject 007 appears completely ordinary. A man in his late 20s, healthy, calm, physically unremarkable. No signs of mutation, no visible augmentation, no immediate threat. But beneath that illusion lies something that should not exist, because inside his body, where a human heart should be, there is a world. Not a metaphor, not a hallucination. A world. A fully formed, self-contained biosphere, complete with oceans, continents, atmosphere, and life. A living planet, embedded within a human being. And the most unsettling part? It's alive. And it's evolving. SCP-007 was first discovered in the early 1940s. The location? A remote, uninhabited region of Northern California. No nearby towns, no infrastructure, no records of habitation. Local authorities were alerted after a series of strange reports. Lights, seen at night, unexplained heat signatures, and sightings of a man who never seemed to leave the area. When officers arrived, they found him alone. No shelter, no food supplies, no signs of survival equipment. And yet, he appeared completely stable. He did not resist. He did not flee. He did not even question their presence. He simply complied. Foundation agents were deployed shortly after. Initial medical scans revealed nothing unusual until further imaging was conducted. That was when they found it. Inside his abdominal cavity, replacing several vital organs, was a spherical structure, perfectly formed, roughly the size of a small melon, and rotating slowly. Closer inspection revealed something even more disturbing. The surface that was not inert. It contained oceans, land masses, cloud formations, weather systems. It was a planet. Not artificial, not implanted, but biologically integrated into his body, connected to his nervous system, sustained by unknown mechanisms. It was not separate from him. It was him. Containment procedures were immediately upgraded. Subject 007 was relocated to a secure facility, classified under maximum observation protocols. Not because he was dangerous, but because what he contained might be. At first, researchers believed the anomaly was purely environmental, a closed ecosystem, a biological curiosity. But that assumption did not last. Using high magnification imaging systems, Foundation researchers began observing movement on the surface. At first, it was subtle. Patterns, shifts, geometric formations. Then, it became undeniable. There was life. Not just microbial, not just primitive organisms, but structured, organized, intelligent life. Cities began to appear, clusters of light, ordered layouts, expanding regions of development. The inhabitants, though microscopic in scale, were clearly sentient. They built structures, they created systems, they adapted to their environment, and over time, they advanced rapidly. Within weeks of observation, their technological level began to accelerate. Primitive settlements evolved into complex urban environments. Energy systems emerged, transportation networks formed, communication patterns became visible. And then, something unexpected happened: conflict. Researchers observed signs of warfare, explosions, territorial shifts, destruction followed by reconstruction. It was a civilization, mirroring humanity itself, but evolving at an impossible rate. Estimates suggest their progression is occurring at nearly 10 times the speed of human development. What took us centuries takes them decades. What took us decades takes them years. They are not just growing, they are accelerating. And they are doing so inside a human body, unaware that their entire universe exists within another being. Subject 007 remains cooperative. He communicates clearly, he follows instructions, he shows no signs of hostility. But psychologically, he is deteriorating. During interviews, he describes sensations that cannot be explained through normal physiology. He claims he can feel them, not individually, but collectively. When their cities expand, he feels pressure. When their industries grow, he feels discomfort. When their pollution increases, he feels it in his bloodstream, as if their atmosphere is somehow connected to his own. More disturbing still, he claims to feel their wars. Moments of intense conflict coincide with spikes in his heart rate, sudden bursts of pain, unexplained internal heat, as if the violence occurring within that miniature world is being translated into physical suffering. Medical teams have confirmed anomalies, elevated temperatures without infection, irregular neural activity without cause, physiological responses tied to external observation data. The connection is real, and it is deep. This is not a passive containment, it is a shared existence, which raises a critical concern. If the civilization within SCP-007 continues to advance, if their technology grows beyond control, if they reach a point of self-destruction, what happens next? Would their extinction trigger his? Would a global catastrophe on a microscopic scale translate into a lethal event for the host? The Foundation does not have an answer, but the risk is no longer theoretical. The question now facing the Foundation is no longer about containment, it is about origin. Who created this anomaly? Was Subject 007 designed as a vessel, a host for a developing world? Or is the relationship reversed? Is that civilization the primary entity, and Subject 007 merely a byproduct? A container? A shell? A cage? Recent observations have introduced a new variable. Within the microscopic civilization, astronomical structures have been identified. Telescopes, observation systems, instruments designed to study their sky. At first, this was dismissed as routine development, but new data suggests something else. They are not just observing their world, they are observing beyond it. Subtle distortions in their atmospheric layer, irregular patterns in their sky, unexplained anomalies in their data. They are noticing inconsistencies, and they are asking questions. Some of their signals, their patterns of communication, suggest a growing awareness, a realization that their universe may not be infinite, that something exists beyond it. And if they continue, if they advance far enough, if they discover the truth, then the Foundation may no longer be the only observer, because the moment they understand where they are is the moment they may try to reach out, or worse, to escape. And if that happens, we are no longer studying an anomaly. We are facing a civilization that has just discovered it is not alone. Document ends.